and see if we can't figure out what the heck is going on out there in the world. You know, during the last week before Jesus was crucified, his disciples asked him for some signs of the end times. And so he told them this. He told them this in Luke chapter 21. He said, "Watch out that you are not deceived, for many will come in my name, claiming I am he, and the time is near. Do not follow them. When you hear of wars and uprisings, do not be frightened. These things must happen first, but the end will not come right away. Nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There will be great earthquakes, famines, and pestilences in various places, and fearful events and great signs from heaven." We know what pestilence is? Pestilence, folks, is illness. I looked it up, like I quite often do. I look up words in the dictionary so I really know what I'm talking about and not spewing something that I really don't know what I'm talking about. Pestilence, according to Webster's, is a fatal, contagious, infectious disease, especially of epidemic proportions. Folks, the coronavirus is pestilence. Coronavirus is a sign of end times. Jesus goes on to tell his disciples other things that are signs of the end times, and then he ends by saying this. He says, when these things begin to take place, stand up, lift up your heads, because your redemption is drawing near. Folks, in a few minutes we're going to pray against this coronavirus. You know, God allowed this plague to spread across the earth, and we don't know why. But he is in control. And just because he allowed it to happen doesn't mean that we shouldn't pray against it. It may be a wake-up call for believers. Maybe we can start a revival because of this awful disease that is spreading across the earth. Well, then, one thing I do know is that as believers, we don't have to worry about where we're spending eternity if we get caught up in this coronavirus and it kills us, do we? Because we're going to be in heaven. John 16:33, Jesus told his disciples, he says, "I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but I have overcome the world." We need to trust God to get us through these times. And I'd like to share with you one more passage from Psalms. Psalms 46, verses 1 through 3. God is our refuge and strength, and ever-present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth give way, and the mountains fall into the heart of the sea. Though its waters roar and foam, and the mountains quake with their surging. We don't have to give in to fear. We don't have to be controlled by panic and anxiety. God is with us. He is on our side. He loved us enough to send Jesus to die for us, and he loves us enough to see us through these crazy and unprecedented times that we're living in.